This is very exciting to me for many different reasons. We're finally seeing Prev back on the balance druid. I mean, he was kind of one of the OG balance druids in North America, really holding it down, favoring the Shadow Priest a little bit more. But this is a really interesting blind pick coming from Golden Guardians. I really didn't expect to see, Peekaboo on the Death Knight for this one.
Yeah, Peekaboo coming out, Jellybeans coming out. It's going to be Sturge on the Pally, and let's see how this one goes. Sturge is going to be sapped up right off the bat, and it looks like they're going for Peekaboo here. Prev trying to push in, trying to look for some follow-up CC potentially on Absturge. Can't get it just yet, and now Brain going to get gripped in the middle of the map. There's the Blinding Sleet on 2, and Prev's in some trouble already. Brain going to throw down that sacrifice, going to be popping his wings, trying to heal through all this damage coming out from Peekaboo, who's thrown into a kidney shot. And Prev, trying to create some space, does now get that clone down onto Peekaboo. They're turning the pressure onto Jellybeans. There's a blind over onto Sturge, but it was sacked. Beautifully done there by Sturge. Read the blind coming through from Drake and is able to answer it. Who for the clone Hodge, who first? And it's actually Sturge now caught into the Hodge, caught into full repent, but there's the intimidation stun. Is the trap there to follow? It is. The Diamond Ice trap does land onto Brain, and Prev's in some trouble now, getting low, sitting into Bear. Peekaboo trying to actually grip him LOS as the DR Hodge comes through onto Brain, but he's lived through that CC chain, and he should be able to get top back off potentially by Brain, but Brain actually gets interrupted, and this could be it. Prev almost goes down there, but finally is starting to stabilize a little bit.
Are you kidding me? I mean, are they actually going to be able to pull this off? Peekaboo on the Death Knight, Jellybeans on the Hunter. So much pressure. That was such a close call, but Brain manages to stabilize. Still, crowd control is never ending. Forced to trade out a Trinket. He does have the Divine Shield, but just cannot top Prev off. This damage is completely overwhelming. The sacrifice, is that going to be enough to survive? Anti-Magic Zone drops as well, as Absurge is doing everything he can to keep him alive, but that was the Divine Shield, and slowly but surely, Golden Guardians there running out of cooldowns.
Yeah, and there's the turtle now. So now there's no blind. There's nothing really remaining here. Sturge out into the kidney shot. He has no trigger for 15 seconds. He has a bot, but everyone is dying. Peekaboo's low into the bash. Jellybean's in a lot of trouble trying to run. The clone is going to expire now on Sturge, but doesn't even have the healing to top them off. Blinding Sleet used defensively there onto Drake, but it's Brain back behind the enemy pillar, just resetting, just trying to actually get away, create that space, staying away here from Jellybeans, because if Golden Guardians can't push in and get that CC on Brain, there's no way they can win.
Yeah, they definitely are. At the same time, though, Drake taking some pressure. Jellybean's getting incredibly low, needing to kite away. Absurge coming in with the last little bit of mana to keep him alive, but the Golden Guardians, they're continuing a push. Brain doing what he can, but Drake's health is just not going up. Finally, the Cloak of Shadows trades. That is a huge defensive cooldown, and now they're making the final push here onto Jellybean. Cyclone after Cyclone onto Absurge, and it will be Jellybeans that falls here in game number 1, but that was a very close game.
Be able to make sure that they're keeping up on mana, but Jelly going to be the target here already. Sturge going to be put into that kidney shot. The sacrifice was already up, though, onto Jellybean, so he should be okay, but going to have to trinket here immediately. Now the dismantle over onto Peekaboo. They're trying to go on Prev. They do force out a bop onto him, so they get a good little bit of pressure, but honestly not that much force with this first push from Golden Guardians.
Yeah, it was an early blessing of protection from Brain, so trading out that big defensive just to keep Prev alive and avoid a lot of that incoming damage. Jellybean's getting set up here. Big kidney shot. Absurge, how are you going to respond? He's in trouble. He's in a bash. He's already traded out the Trinket. Does not want to use the Divine Shield just yet, but at the same time, Prev is getting absolutely destroyed. Stun here onto Brain into a freezing trap. Nicely done there by Jellybean. Still finding that crowd control, that trap, even though everyone was stacked up on Brain. Really nice.
Oh, since we last checked in, Brain's actually pulled slightly into the lead as far as the mana goes. He's a little bit ahead, but he does have to use those cooldowns. Now going to be able to top himself back off there with a massive heal coming through, but it's Prev who's still in trouble. The blind going to expire. It's into a gouge, goes Absturge. Kidney shot over onto Peekaboo. He's going to pop the IBF. He wants to keep this offensive pressure going. They don't want Brain time to actually get these cooldowns back. He's trying to wait for that bop, but it's going to be 50 seconds. And now Tears Deliverance popped again there. Cheap shots on multiple members. It's the bubble used now by Sturge. He does still have that Trinket, but Jellybeans is in trouble. Has that turtle still remaining, so at least we'll have that available, but no Trinket on him, no Trinket on Peekaboo. It's just the Trinket remaining onto Sturge, and there's the Trinket now having to be used as the clone came through, and Peekaboo's down incredibly low. The pressure mounting here. The Blinding Sleet, though, lands onto Brain. We can see comes the trap coming right after that. Prev, though, already has That barks him back up. He's in Bear. He's trying to cut away. He's trying to survive as long as he can. There's the Hodge. Full repent now onto Sturge. This could be it potentially for Golden Guardians. They're under a lot of pressure here, and there's not a lot of cooldowns to answer here from Sturge. Sturge also pretty much completely tapped on mana now, has fell behind Brain, who has that sacrifice active once again. Prev just needs to keep the damage rolling as much as he possibly can. Drake, though, getting incredibly low. Drake could be potentially a kill here for Golden Guardians, but Jellybeans at the same time is in a lot of trouble. He's going to have to pop the turtle, but the problem is Sturge is tapped.
Yeah, there is no mana left here for Golden Guardians. It is do or die. Can they do it? Jellybeans gets out of the turtle. There's the kidney shot onto Absurge. Can they make the push? Jellybeans doing what he can to kite away, but it gets caught into the cheap shot. Star Surge after Star Surge lands, and Prev closes it out. Another very close game, but ultimately, Luminosity Gaming, they pull ahead. The full Cyclone landing onto Absurge. Jellybeans was doing his best to create space to kite away, but the Shadow Step... Absurge and Jellybeans. Jellybeans trying to kite away, but Drake is all over him. Doesn't seem like he's able to actually get away. Finally, a big missile barrage coming in from Jellybeans. He's going to be using that alter time to return to Absurge and get topped off. A huge setup here on Drake! Can they take him down? He trinkets and vanishes. And all of a sudden, Golden Guardians are back in this game. Jellybeans, no! 10% health. Can they take him down? Absurge just flash heal after flash heal. Does he have enough healing to keep him alive? A beautiful Cyclone on the Temporal Shield. Nicely done there by Prev. Master Spell comes in. Jellybeans gets Cycloned again. Is there any crowd control? Looks like Absurge is into the kidney shot. Jellybeans on the run, but Peekaboo trying to get a setup here, trying to make something happen for his team, and they might be able to take down Drake. There's the sacrifice to block the attack, but are they just going to kill him through it? I mean, this damage here by the Golden Guardians is immense. Rain is running out of cooldowns. This is just so back and forth.
So Surge is out, now going to get kicked. There's the Frost Nova, but Cheap Shot comes through. Is going to be able to blink out of the stun, but another Cheap Shot is there to follow. There's the Gouge over on a Surge, the kidney shot on Surge, and this could be the end of it right here. He alters back at low health, but it's not going to be enough. Luminosity sweeping Golden Guardians out of the upper bracket. It's a 3-0 to start their run here.